stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest.
Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Showtime, baby.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Brady to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards on the game's opening play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Brady's throw there complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Running the counter with Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
The ball carrier.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and they stick with Ekeler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Austin Ekeler.
For the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year. In the divisional round, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally, you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field, as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory.
1st and 10 at the 43.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Now the ball comes loose. and the Texans scoop it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Texans will extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were...
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Texans say they have it. They do.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here playing the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Texans will add on to their lead. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
And I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And some room to maneuver.
Oh, my goodness.
And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Texans football to start quarter 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
They go play action. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gano the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on the 24-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the... ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game, and you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better, and now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him at it.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And this offense is running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 8.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me.
And the ball is knocked out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going on the ground with Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
A
lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
It's a gain of 35.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Now Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, and they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
And now here comes Kansas City. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one downfield.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
For the extra point.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But
and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. They find some open field here. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Chiefs, nothing.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Eckler. That catch good for only a couple.
They completed the screen. Worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, Mayfield. Caught right side, it's Snead. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Mayfield looks to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Caught by Snead over the middle. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
And they run the option on 2nd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. To throw, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Raheem Mostert, the ball.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. fielded. Now a hit and a loose football.
You gotta love it, baby. Give
Texans
us some more.
scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out.
And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it.
Deion Jones.
So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
McManus set to kick off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 31.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First down, Texans.
Brady now on first down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Flushed out right. And they will not be look up there. It's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to...
And he coughed it up, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Complete. Fumble on the play.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Marquise Brown, the ball.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's brought down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead.
All you got to do is he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Face mask. Defense. Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job, man.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Mayfield on 1st down. He finds an opening, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. It doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help.
This is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this... And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Tyreek Hill.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And out come the Chiefs now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays,
and it's a fumble, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Mayfield's pass.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to.
Now a hit and a loose football. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Houston.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they...
Now a hit and a loose football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Look at him go inside the 30.
Touchdown.
He will take this all the way.
The Texans.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, watching this one, everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long, anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Houston, start your week by installing your player is now ready to play but is not 100%. There is a high chance of re-injury if you play him. It's your decision.